Tom Nelson from the Outdoor Line on 710 ESPN here out on the west side of San Juan Island. We've had a great day here. A couple of the ways we've caught fish today involve a couple different herring techniques. Let's look at a way to rig up a whole herring, and then let's look at a way to rig up a cut plug. Okay, so we want to get both hooks through exactly the same spot. We're just going to open up his gill plate a little bit and get the bottom hook through that soft tissue right there. And then we're going to do the same with the top hook. Just get it right through the exact same hole. Pull both hooks through. Now we want to insert the top hook on the lateral line about equal or the same position as the dorsal fin. So we're going to slip it right here in the lateral line, and now we're going to start the bend on the herring. Start that bend just a little bit, pull that leader down a little bit, and start our first half hitch and get it right over his lips. We're going to start tugging on that, and that's going to start our bend. You see how that line comes tight right there. Then we get another half hitch to lock the first one. The first one sets the bend, the second one locks him up. And then you see how his mouth starts to pucker a little bit. All right, now, so we got him half hitched there. It's a good dependable bait to fish off a downrigger. Let's see how it spins. So now what we have here is a very dependable bait. Nice tight spin. That'll spin down that 2-inch pipe that we like on herring. And that's a very dependable bait that will tow very nicely on a downrigger for a long period of time. And that's your whole herring, your half hitched whole herring bait setup right there. Okay, now let's talk just about a basic cut plug here. You want a double bevel. So from the top to the bottom, you want to bevel, and also you want to angle the knife so you're going to get a 2-axis spin. So here's the deal, one pass of the knife, and I love these little Victorinox knives. They're very, very sharp, they're very, very thin. Roll them over, let's remove his gut, okay? And then I just take over whatever entrails is hanging there, and that's the deal. So then the trailing hook just comes back through the body cavity, and here's a mistake that a lot of people make. A lot of people are worried that their cut plugs are going to fall off, and so they will bury this hook quite deeply. That's a mistake because the herring will not have a tight spin. You want to get a very, very small piece and just get a rib and come through just like that. So if the top of that herring is at 12 o'clock and the bottom is at 6 o'clock, you want to put that hook in at 7 and have it come out at 1 o'clock. So again, the back of the herring is 12 o'clock, the bottom of the spine is 6 o'clock. That hook is going to go in at 7 and come out at 1 o'clock. Let's put this thing in water and see how it spins. So now we're watching this herring spin just at basic troll speed, and we've again got that tight spin that you could spin that down a 2-inch pipe and it wouldn't touch either side, and that's what you want. You don't want that tail flopping all over the place. That is what we're looking for right there when you talk about a cut plug spin. And with good bait, that cut plug will last a long time on there. Okay, so now we've got a good bait. We've tested it at the side of the boat at trolling speed. Let's clip it onto the rigger and send it down to depth. So the first thing I want to do is I'm making sure my swivels are clear. I'm making sure that's going to spin, because nothing will tie your line up faster than a cut plug or another type of spinning bait that doesn't have its swivels running straight. So I'm going to check that off, make sure it's back there. I'm going to put it back behind the rigger about 15, 20 feet. I'm going to tail line out as I reach forward, almost slapping the side of the boat. Here I've got my line. I like to put these fairly deeply in the release, so even with those 2 holes on an offshore red, right there, let my tag line out, and down she goes. And I like to drop a cut plug kind of slow so you don't rip it off, because we're already trolling at a couple knots. You can subject the cut plug to about a 5 or 6 knot drag if you're not too careful, and that'll blow it off. So you want to make sure that bait gets down and fish dependably. There's a couple techniques. Let you fish herring, put a couple more fish in a box. I'm Tom Nelson from the Outdoor Line, and that's just a couple more dirty tricks for you. Keep reeling, 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 keep reeling. Look, here he is, here he is. Ah, that's a big pole.